Yes.
So, and Professor Soyinka is not in a position, because he's not a shamanist, he's not a futurologist. He once wrote a play called Requiem for Futurologists. So he himself cannot act as a futurologist in the matter. So we all should just calm down and wait for, the Supreme Court. And when he says Gbajue, deception, right? Well, there are some other commentators who will say Professor Soyinka is accusing Peter Obi and the Labour Party of Gbajue.
What Professor Wole Soyinka said last weekend regarding Peter Obi being deceptive is something that most Nigerians are finding it very difficult to, believe that such a learned person could say such things to someone that he once believed in his kind of leadership and want to support him during the 2023 general election. Recall that even the 25th February 2023 general election was marred with a lot of, propaganda, was marred with a lot of violence, and at the end of the day, the result didn't tell actually what happened on at the field. And I'm bringing to you today to see what Reuben Abati said about Professor Wole Soyinka in response to what he said, that Peter Obi and Labour Party are trying to deceive Nigerians and as well trying to make Nigerians to go out in protest. Meanwhile, Peter Obi has been the one trying to stop the youth from protesting. Let's watch it together.
The Court of Appeal has ruled, right? The way the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal handled the matter. Mr. Peter Obi himself and the other petitioner, the People's Democratic Party and Atiku Abubakar, they have said they are going all the way to the Supreme Court. What the law provides for is that it is the apex court in presidential matters that we have the final say. And I think, while it is normal, natural for people to react to court rulings, in this particular matter, it is the Supreme Court that will tell us the truth of it.
Yes,
so, and Professor Soyinka is not in a position, because he's not a shamanist, he's not a futurologist. He once wrote a play called Requiem for Futurologists. So he himself cannot act as a futurologist in the matter. So we all should just calm down and wait for, the Supreme Court. And when he says Gbajue, deception, right? Well, there are some other commentators who will say Professor Soyinka is accusing Peter Obi and the Labour Party of Gbajue, of deception. But some people will say, in fact, the entire election was an act in Grant Gbajue, a whole deceptive operation. There are people who, even if you wake them up 10 years from now, they will still say 2023 general election was complete Gbajue, quoting Professor Soyinka. So it's not just about Labour Party, and it's on the basis of that we are saying that there are certain reforms that will still need to take place. There are certain consequential steps that will have to be taken by the National Assembly with regard to the electoral framework in Nigeria. So that phrase, Gbajue, don't limit it to where Professor Soyinka has located it. Some people will tell you it's an entire Gbajue that we are dealing with.
You see, so referring to Peter Obi as somebody that is deceptive, or the party is doing same, it's not a welcoming idea at all. You could hear that already from Reuben Abati. But then, to go further, let me play a video of Rufai, who talks also how he was, abused, how, they continue to abuse him on his social media handles. And even in Abuja, the Transcorp Hilton, he was abused at the elevator. This is something that is common with these people that support the All Progressive Congress. But when the obedience comes up to stand up to whatever they bring forth, the terms to say that the obedient movement or the obedient faithful are trying to always, harass people and all of that. They are only trying to be defensive here because the government is not even in their favor in the sense that they are not even in any way doing things that should favor them as citizens, not to even talk about how they were rigged out. So you don't even expect them to take anything from those who are in support of the ruling class, or let me say the All Progressive Congress. So here is Rufai, who gave his detail on how he was being, harassed, or the way they talked to him anyhow by the Agbadu people. Let's watch.
To paint the obedient movements. There are other people of a certain political party that harass people too. In fact, I had a taste of my own. It's just because I didn't take the case up. When people from this known political party harassed me in an elevator in Transcorp Hotel in Abuja.
Sorry about that, Rufai.
I guess they harassed me in an elevator. So when people say all sorts about the obedient movement, and constantly, if you go check my social media, they are constantly casting aspersions and saying all sorts of stupid things. If it's just somebody I have a very strong mental strength.
You do, Rufai.
Yes.
You do.
Every single day I'm being abused. So when people say it's the obedient movement, we don't tell the truth in this country. And that's why the country...
a whole movement.
So that's why the country has become a grand scene of Bajwe and GBT. And concerning what Brother, he has a right to say whatever he wants to say, but please, let's be balanced for the sake of God. The real Bajwe in all of this election is INEC that promised something and didn't do it.
Yeah.
The INEC that told a lot of Nigerians to come out, that we have video footages of Mr. Festus Okoye constantly coming out to say these methods will be used, and nothing was done. That's the real Bajwe in this. So let's call a spade a spade. Oh, the problem is we don't like to call a spade a spade.
All right.
Thirdly, because I'm here and we have to go because of...
So you see, the reason why many people hate on His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, is just as a reason, as a result of the fact that he is fighting the status quo. He wants to liberate Nigeria from the hands of those that never want this country to move forward. And that is the reason why they keep on suppressing him. They keep on doing or saying things that bring His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi down, to discourage him and all of them. But then we hope that it never happened, as we await the judgment from the Supreme Court, as the sitting will begin sometime next week. And hopefully the judgment will be given in favor of Peter Obi and Labour Party. But however, if it doesn't, then like I said earlier, it will be a justification, or let me say, to totally agree and make everybody understand that Nigeria do no longer have a constitution, as the tribunal have already destroyed that which everybody sworn to. So therefore, going forward, any allegation on your head, you can eventually emerge as a president or any position in Nigeria and govern successfully without any issues. Thank you for watching. Please do well to hit the subscription button and share this video.